One of you guys sent me your Game Boy SP to upgrade, so let's do it. We will be replacing the screen with an IPS display, going to convert the charging port to Type-C. Of course, we're going to put an upgraded battery and also amplify the speaker. Here's a look at that upgraded battery, and here's a look at the Type-C port, and here's a look at the new amplifier. First things first, we got to get the motherboard removed, and that's just going to be by taking out the plastic and unhooking everything, and we can get started on this charging port. First, we must remove the old charging port. It's pretty simple with some hot air. You can get that off, and this is a good look at that, and here is a look at what it'll look like once that Type-C port is installed. So we're going to go ahead and apply some flux and some solder to the new port so that it will kind of adhere nicely. We will also add some more solder to the motherboard itself, mock up that port so it's in the right place. I'll just use the soldering iron to, add solder and get this thing attached completely and correctly. A quick cleanup, and that thing is looking great. And now it's time to move on to the amplifier. This amplifier is going to make the speaker much louder, and it's going to be soldered in as well. We're going to be using a bunch of these little soldering points to get this thing kind of, let's call it, jumped into the motherboard. Once it's installed, this is what it looks like. That sounds great to me. It's time to move on to replacing the screen, and we have to start with removing these little rubber pieces and unscrewing the screen plastic itself, remove the screen, and then we can start mocking up our IPS display. Now, the IPS display does not fit totally into a stock housing, so we're going to need to do some modification for that. There's that looking nice and snazzy, the screen fits. And we're gonna go ahead and screw everything in nicely, put your little rubber pads back on, and then the screen also needs soldering to the backlight connector thing so that you can actually adjust the backlight brightness just like that. And now this thing is pretty much all done. Type-C, speaker, and screen.